Hello, Symbol of Light here, and I want to talk about one of my least favorite argument tactics on the internet, and you see it all a ton, and that's the whataboutism. So, what is a whataboutism? So, a whataboutism is basically when you take an argument, let's say smoking is bad for your health, and then some other person chimes in and says something to the effect of, well, what about cocaine or some other heavier drug? Those are dangerous for your health too. Why aren't you talking about those? And it's not an honest argument. It's basically just a method to deflect and stop a conversation. Um, it's basically hypocrisy farming, and the idea behind it is to imply, well, you're not allowed to complain at all because either you're not complaining about something worse in their opinion, or you're engaged in the same thing, and so therefore no criticism is allowed. A real life example is that I keep seeing a lot actually is someone will criticize ICE's detention policy, particularly separating families and deporting people who should be here, warehousing people, mass incarceration, and the whataboutism that I see all the time in response to that is, well, Obama did similar things. As you can see with both the smoking example and this example, whataboutism doesn't actually address the argument at all, like at all. It doesn't tell us whether or not smoking is bad or good. It doesn't argue that ICE's detention final policy is correct or anything. Basically, all it accomplishes is it stops the conversation dead, or redirects it into defending this other thing that they brought up. And so you can see how dishonest it is. It basically doesn't allow the argument to be addressed, and it makes any kind of reform impossible in that framework if you accept it. But there is a way to get around it, and that's to call it out as what it is. Call it out as a distraction, as a deflection, as just a way to try to stop the conversation. Reiterate the original point. Um, I just urge people to not use this style of arguments, and when you see it, call it out, and make sure that people know what this trick is, so that way it becomes less common and people engage with each other much more honestly. Thank you for your time. I love you. Have a good day. Peace.